Hey, did you hear John McCain came off a deathbed to vote against sick people getting health care? Apparently, John McCain thinks irony can cure cancer. Yep. Hey, but don't forget, when John McCain was a kid, he beat leprosy and immediately celebrated by pushing a kid off a swing set. These are all true stories.
He's got to give something back, He's got to celebrate.
He's got to celebrate. How can you celebrate? The last time John McCain beat the flu, he said, "I think I have the strength to kill the minimum wage."
He's a giver.
So it's the bullshit like this that drove me crazy about John McCain. That's the banality of evil. John McCain has been a fucking cretin. He's the one who foisted Sarah Palin on this goddamn country.
Another type of illness.
Yes. Thank you very much, Steph. Yes. That's who John McCain is. That's who John McCain is. John McCain just voted to screw 33 million people out of their health care. And this, what the F? The reason why they couldn't do the vote, Barack, to repeal your fucking health care was because the guy got cancer. And you want him to beat it so he can come back and screw over 33 million Americans. John McCain is immoral. I don't know what people get out of that. What do people get out of that?
I think they think they're doing the right thing because somebody has a horrible illness, but I just don't understand why they can't see through what motivates this guy to screw America.
Yeah, even when he's dying with brain cancer, he still wants to fuck over 33 million Americans, which is more than, I think, cancer.
If ever there was an opportunity for him to, play that maverick role that has been undeservedly placed on him many a time, this was it. To be like, you know what? Due to my recent experiences, I'm not going along with this. This isn't okay.
So here is what the Huffington Post says. So that's what Barack Obama and the rest of the Democrats say. Oh, go give him hell, John. I hope you get better so you can come back and lead us into more bullshit wars. This is from HuffPo. McCain's vote to proceed effectively is a yes on depriving people of health insurance. Because they say he just voted. Well, we'll get to that. Several peer-reviewed studies have attributed holes in insurance coverage, which persist under Obamacare, to the deaths of thousands of Americans. Even under Obamacare, thousands and thousands of Americans die every year due to lack of access to health care. Those figures are sure to increase without Obamacare's protection. So what John McCain just voted to do, you know what he just voted to do. For moderate Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski in Alaska and Susan Collins in Maine, concerns about the bill's impact on their constituents, regardless of the final form it takes, were enough to vote against proceeding on debate. So there's two Republican senators who have more courage and dignity and integrity than John McCain. Mr. War Hero. By the way, he's not a war hero. There aren't any heroes in a war like that. There's only victims. John McCain victimized lots of North Vietnamese, and then he himself became a victim of war. There's only victims. So, and I didn't come up with that line, by the way. Someone much smarter than me said that. That there's no hero, there's only victims in war. Here he is when he comes on this is him. This is John McCain coming from his cancer bed to come on the Senate floor to fuck over 33 million Americans.
Do you think?
And how is he? I'm sorry, Steph. And how does he get welcomed? Who's that? Do you know who that is? That's Chuck Schumer. It's a big club and you ain't in it, baby. The Democrats are applauding John McCain coming back to repeal Obamacare and screw over 33 million people. That's Chuck Schumer, last seen at a party in the Hamptons with the Trumps. That's who these people are. The Democrats are standing and applauding a guy coming in to fuck over their constituents. They're standing and applauding that. What is wrong? That just shows you that it's all bullshit and all they care about is civil. Oh, you have to be civil. God forbid somebody has a bad feeling in the Senate. That is fucking gross. And you want to hear it? Here we go. Let's play it. How does he vote? How does he vote?
Mr. McCain. Mr. McCain, aye. Mr. Johnson.
Mr. McCain, aye. There's Chuck Schumer. Yay! Yay! They should be standing there yelling shame. Chuck Schumer should be standing there yelling shame. But they're not. Because it's all a big club and they don't give a shit about you and they never did.
He could have at least yelled mean or meaner.
Yeah. Oh, because of that stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you're playing their applauds, you know, everybody's applauding. We all know how this vote is going to go down. They're already applauding. Okay, you know how he's going to vote, everybody. And what they're applauding, all these people that are elected officials, they're applauding how he's going to help screw you. That's what they're applauding. And you know there are plenty of Americans out there who are struggling right now. Isn't it something like 50% of Americans are struggling?
They can't afford the $500 emergency. We've covered that. Here's an actual woman, Steph. So this is how that's how the Democrats reacted, and the Republicans. That's how they reacted to a guy because he has cancer, who's going to now screw over 33 million people on purpose. Like, that is the most mind-boggling, unbelievably craven thing you could possibly do. And the Democrats all said, literally cheering the guy doing that. Could there be anything grosser than that? So here's an actual woman whose kid died for lack of health insurance. And this is what she has to say to John McCain. By the way, she's a much bigger person than I am.
I thank God John McCain has the health care he needs. Yeah. And that maybe he'll survive where my son didn't. My life ended at that moment that my son's heart stopped. I thought my heart would stop, and it wouldn't, and it won't. And I don't know what else to do but to beg for the lives of every American. How dare you! How dare you say it's all right to take away access to care for 33 million Americans? How dare you! I will never again hear my son's voice. My surviving son does not have health insurance, and he has high blood pressure. I could outlive both my children. How is this right? How is this pro-life? How is this moral? Please, senators, please, please, I beg you, let us live.
Well, in fairness, they're going to talk about letting her live.
Yeah, they're
going to talk about it.
Yeah, John McCain, he says he's against the bill in its current form. But he's just, he wants to talk about screwing over 33 million people. We should talk about it. Right? He says, I don't like this bill as it is, but let's discuss it because we could be missing out on an opportunity to take health care away from millions of people. It's the grossest thing. I can't wait for I bet there's a way John McCain can contract diabetes and then beat it so he can come back to the Senate and vote against Meals on Wheels. I have a feeling. Here's what David Sirota says about it. David Sirota says, consider the possibility that every political crisis America now faces is the predictable result of 50 years of big money buying both parties. But John McCain's got integrity. I mean, if he wants to take away health care from people, on principle. He wouldn't let money. Oh, shit. This is from Open Secrets. This is for John McCain. And if you can see that blue line, how much money did John McCain take from health care? $10,639,000 from health care PACs and people in the healthcare industry.
Yeah, that could pay for a lot of treatment that he doesn't need to pay for anyway.
Yeah, John McCain gets out of he's getting government health care. John McCain doesn't pay anything. He gets government health care. He's got two different forms of government health care. He's got the VA and Medicare. He used Medicare this time.
He just flips a coin.
Yeah, he flips
He's like, let's see what'll,
Let's see who's going to pay for my health care today that I have unbelievable access for and nothing's denied me. What is wrong with people wishing him fucking well? Oh, I hope you get back so you can come back and that's maniacal. That you would do, that's maniacal. That's maniacal. I don't know. How could it not? What could be worse than that? To come back off a deathbed, a guy who's a fucking privileged millionaire, to come back to the Senate off his deathbed to screw over sick people? Kind of fuck. And Barack Obama, go get him. Everybody go get him. Anybody who did that, God damn it, shame on you. And God damn those Democrats in the Senate for applauding that bullshit. Here's what Ro Khanna says. Ro Khanna says the purpose of Obamacare is to give big tax breaks to the rich. There is no human regard for those who will lose their insurance. John McCain has no human regard for sick people, even on his deathbed. That's the kind of fucking horrible, sociopathic, bloodlusting maniac that John McCain is, and fuck everybody else who doesn't have the courage to say that in public. Fuck you! Oh, are you happy now, Barack? He rallied. John McCain rallied, and he came back to the Senate to repeal your health care. And your dickhead Democrats cheered him on. Ugh. I hope we don't see John McCain ever again. I hope he gets so sick he can never do shit like this again to people. I hope he has to feel the pain that woman feels. Wouldn't it be nice if John McCain had to see somebody die that he loved? Wouldn't that be something? Then we'll see how he voted. Hey, your nephew, John McCain, your kid, just died because they didn't get access to health care. Well, it's, we got to repeal it anyway. Let's remember John McCain also against Martin Luther King Day. These are the people Barack Obama is fucking cheering on. I'm seriously, I have no idea what's wrong with people. And this fucking civility matters more than standing up to a guy who's a cretin. It's got to end.